So let's talk about the 192. Thank you so much, because those are very nice mock-up. I really love, especially the media detail page. So I just posted some comments a few minutes ago on those media mock-up pages. For the first one is the create media page. It's more like a question for the group. I know that you try to mimic a similar layout as the create form page, mUzima form page. I just wonder if we should include the add tag option here, or it should be, the text should be added in the edit media page.
Yes, Ada, it will be very helpful for the user to add tag while creating the new media file.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so maybe we should also update the same thing for the create um, the mUzima form page. I cannot remember if we had the same thing over there or not, but I kind of want both of them kind of like consistent.
Okay, Ada, we'll add it for form also.
Okay, yeah. And then one more small things that I see the difference is that on the media mockup, it has the save, kind of like the save button icon, I guess save icon, but on the mUzima form page, it doesn't have the save icon. So I know that you say, oh, if we make any changes, it will automatically save. So I just want to make sure that we can kind of in sync in both UI. Whether we want to use the method that is an auto save when there's anything changed, or we should use the save icon.
The reason why we have save button in media is because we have some of the editable field here, like title, version, and description can be edited because not coming from the OpenMRS side actually.
I see, because it's not pull. It's not pulled from the existing data.
Here, so it's not pulling any data from anywhere. So user can edit it. So uh, in form, if you'll see, we have only retire and tag thing. It
Mm-hmm.
can be updated. Not the description, version, and name cannot be changed.
Mm-hmm.
So what we have done is as soon as when you check on a retired field, it will talk to the server and it will update that form as a retired. But but yeah, I do understand if we want to sync in both the places, it will be good if we have the save button.
Yeah, so I don't know if it would require lots of code changes or not on the mUzima form.
Actually, the reason behind creating a mUzima form like this one current what we have is as
Mm-hmm.
soon as when you click on a cross button, it will talk to the server and it will mark that form as a retired
Mm-hmm.
current implementation. So we wanted to reuse that functionality. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why we designed this edit mUzima form like this.
Okay, so do we all agree kind of like leave the mUzima form, um, the mockup UI in as if, and then just have the save option for the media page?
Oh, you mean there will be no save button in mUzima Media also?
Because I do see it. Let me see here. Maybe let me go here. So this one, I kind of see the. You see here?
Yes, yeah, that save button, what it will do, if we suppose you want to change the title of the video or version of the video or the description.
Mm-hmm.
After modifying, user need to click on a save button because it's not automatically going to talk with the server as the current implementation is actually. So if you if you can suggest something that okay, title cannot be changed or version cannot be changed, so we can implement something like that.
Um, I think it's okay to let the users to add this the metadata here, like the title, version number, because we're not pulling from anywhere. Sometimes they might have a typo or whatever. So I think it's okay to let them to those fields to be editable. Um, so maybe we can just keep as if on this one.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me see what the other ones. Um, so I was not sure. I was not sure about the update media page. Um, how is it different from the edit media page?
Actually, it's not a different page actually. If you can see in a screenshot, can you please open that screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the main page, you can see one attachment icon is there.
Mm-hmm.
If user want to update the video, not actually the text, or he don't want to change any title, description, or anything related with the mUzima table, he just
Mm-hmm.
want to update the file. He need to click on that attachment one. It will pop up the box.
Oh, I see. So actually, it's just like a next page, a pop-up page after I click the attach.
Yes, yeah,
Okay, I see. I see. Yeah. So actually, it's the same thing. It's just the next step after that.
yeah, yeah.
Let me see. I think the last one is the media list page. Um, is it possible to include the file type column or?
We can include Adam, but
Okay.
the current implementation, what we have done is we are able to upload the video and images.
Yes.
So in future, if you want to include the PDF and Word document, the only
Mm.
problem will be in a client side how we are going to display it.
Yeah, maybe just an icon. Um,
Okay.
icon like either PDF or Word, and then just as the first pass, and then later on, if we have time, it will be good to kind of like if you click on it, become like a viewer or something like that. Um, would that be feasible to do?
Okay. Just for the information, at the moment we have not tested the mUzima media module for
Mm-hmm.
the PDF and Word. We have tested for the video and pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I will test on for uploading the different file format, and I'll get back to you with the changes.
Okay. Um, anyone have more comments or questions for this ticket? I think that those mock-up looks really great. I don't know how you did it, but they look amazing.
Thanks, Ella.
Win and I are very bad in UI. We can never come up with something looking good. um, so I don't know if anyone have more comments or questions on this ticket. Okay. Um, so so after this 192 is done, and then we can let the 186 back to in progress. Um, and the next one is implementing the code changes based on those UI mockup for the mUzima form module as well as the media pages. Um, I think those are pretty, once those mockups are finalized and okay, and then I think these are pretty clear. Is it correct? So Any questions or comments on 197 or 198? If not, the last one I really want to ask is to have someone to help us to have some step-by-step user guide, how the user can capture the log file, especially when we encounter errors. A lot of time we use the actual mobile device when we do testing. It would be helpful for us to have something like a user guide, how the user or the implementer can actually capture the useful information for the developers for troubleshooting.
Hi, so I'm actually working on this. I think I know there's someone in our office who is using log files that way, but I couldn't really get in touch with him today. He's off. So I will send you some information of how this is possible. I'm working on that.
Yeah, if you can take this ticket and then just put some useful information here, I think that would be helpful. For example, like I still keep, I know that you guys cannot reproduce the error that I reported earlier. For example, the defaulted encounter provider as the login user as the defaulted encounter provider. I still encounter the same issue that the provider the user name actually got injected into the provider ID field, and because it become uneditable, so I cannot make changes unless I go back to the setting to uncheck the default setting. And I don't know how to get useful information for you guys so that you can know how I get that error in addition to the screenshots. Another issue that I also encounter is that I keep having the issue about error in fetching the data from the local repo. It's happening again yesterday when I tested with another APK. So I don't know how I can capture useful information for you guys. I think this ticket would help me, or other users, to capture the log or other useful information for you guys. It's just easier to understand what the issues are.
Okay, so I think either on the Jira we had left a comment that this is happening again. I think it was Win who said that he's going to look into it. Did you all have a chance to actually see what is causing the issue, or do you all have any hints on what could be causing the issue?
I don't know what is causing the issue. I think when I tested it, when I encounter it, is either I add an additional concept from in addition to those auto passing on the concept for those form templates, or I remove the concepts from the list. So that's when I think somehow it kind of like corrupt some data. So that's why it has some fetching issues from the local from the local repo. That's just my guess. So it seems like when we remove a concept or adding concept to the list, when compared to the those concepts like auto pass from the form template when we download, I think it creates some issues. Hey Win, I just wonder if you have other information on this one.
No, I haven't got a chance to look at it. As for the error reporting, I think what we should do is we used to have something like this. Hold on, let me try to paste this one.
Yeah, or something even better, like to have like auto send. Just like when your browser is crashed, you collect the data and send it back to the let's say to Firefox.
Previously we had something like this, but now Accra doesn't support sending it to the Google form anymore. did some reading last night about this one. So if you look at our code, it's actually already. Hold on, let me pull our code. So if you open this one file and have a look at the annotation or in there, you need to log in it. It's sending to Prasanna Accra storage for now. So we should set up this endpoint to point to one of our either the test server. I think it's gonna be in the test server, so we probably can set up the endpoint for Accra. Go to line 57, scroll up a little bit, Ada. Yep, that's it. So if you look at the annotation, add report classes. So what we should do is we should change the endpoint in the form URI to point to our test server with the correct endpoint set up for Accra. So that way, every time there's a crash, the APK will send this crash with the stack trace and other information to this location instead of that one right now.
Okay. So it looks like I think the previous developer had an account and it's been sending it to him. Should we set one up for mUzima?
Yes, that's we should set up one in mUzima, Sweta.
Pardon me?
Yes, we should set up one for us.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. No, this is for Prasanna, right? Is it correct, Wayne?
Yeah, it's sending to Prasanna server, so we should send it to our.
Okay. Yes, that's what we need.
Yeah.
Okay. So one is updated to send the errors that trace to our server, and then so it doesn't matter which APK, whenever they use the APK, doesn't matter which server on the APK point to, all these error messages will still go to our server, correct?
Yes, as long as they're connected to.
Okay, I think that's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
But then I think it's also helpful to have a user guide so that to educate the users how to capture the error log, the log file as well. I think both can be are going to be very useful. I think we probably should kind of like focus on these two. It's just so that we have more useful information. You guys will have more useful information to reproduce the error.
Yeah, I went through this. There's a bunch of options actually. It doesn't have to be a server. You can do other stuff. Like you can. I think one of it is email. I forgot. I went through it really quick last night.
Yeah.
So I think we need to decide what we want to do with the grass.
So I think also would be helpful to see what actually some samples to see actually what is sent to, and are those actually captured the useful information or not. Is there any like setting to say that, hey, what exactly capture for the crash?
I think it's sending the stack trace information, which is very useful for us.
Cool. Would that be something Shrita or Vikas can help us to work on for this one?
I think so.
Okay. So do you guys have questions or comments for Wayne on this one? So I'm going to create tickets for this one as well.
So, Ira, actually, I have a question on the UI workflow. So, we were just wondering, like, is it really clear about how the UI will look once the changes are made? Or would it be clearer if we just took you through a demo of, a user trying to upload a form, view a form, and tag a form, or is the screenshot sufficient? Because
I think a demo is going to be better.
Yeah.
that's what I think as well. Because when you're actually using it, that's when you start thinking about where does the user go from here and what happens if this situation happens. It just captures it more easily than screenshots. So let me just check if with Vikas if he's ready.
Okay, yeah, that'll be perfect.
Yeah, I think we can walk through the mock-up. That will be good. So, shall I share my screenshot? Or, sorry, my.
I can stop sharing.
Can you guys see my desktop?
Yes.
Okay, so this is for mUzima Media mockup. Uh, when user will click on a manage media from in OpenMRS, this is the first page which will appear, which will list down all the media files, which is not retired actually. So, and here we have the similar options by tag. So something if I'm typing, it will filter it out the rows from the table based on the tag. The second option which Ada has suggested, toggling the retired field. So which when user will click on retired, toggle retire, it will actually show the retired files. And here we have at the very top, you can see one upload icon which says upload media. When user will click on this upload media, the new form will be get appear here which says upload new media file. So it's a similar to actually what we currently have with the title, version, description, and the file which we need to select. The only thing is we don't have any button at the moment. We moved as a font or some icon at the very top. Okay. So when user click on a save button, save font actually this needs to modify actually it should be the same media. It will again move back to the list of media files. The first column is basically the link. When you anyone will click on any of the name, it will open the respective media file with the detail. So as you can see in the left hand side, it's basically show the media. It will at the moment it will be either a video or image. As but as you suggested, we can have the icon in place of this video file in case of if it is a PDF or any other format.
Uh-huh.
Here we have few options. The first option is upload media. This is for changing without changing the title, version or description. If someone want to change only the video file or image file, he just need to click on upload media, which will prompt this pop-up box where they need to select the proper media file and click on upload. As soon as when they click on upload, it will talk to the server and it will update the file from in server. So,
Uh-huh.
and the second option is similar to the what we have currently, adding the tags. When user click on the add tags, at the bottom, the new text box will be appear which says add tag, and some if I want to add some new tag on for this media file, we need to enter it and press the enter button. It will automatically add into the media file. But in order to save the complete title, version, description, if there is any changes on this, user need to click on a save button. So it will actually talk to the server and update the record in database. The cross is basically cancelling the edit. When a user click on a cancel, it will again navigate to the main page, which has the list of the media files.
So I assume that when user click on the save icon, it would also bring back to this page, right? It's the
Sorry.
icon there. So if a user click on the save icon,
Yeah.
it would exit from the edit mUzima media page, and
Yes.
then go back to this page.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's basically we have the three pages. One is the list page, second is upload, and the third one is edit mUzima media.
Very
Any
nice.
suggestion or question if you have it? Ada?
We love it. It's very nice. Just add the file type on the list page, and then those comments that we went through earlier. This looks great to me. Win, do you have a comment?
No, I think it looks really, really great.
Yay.
Okay.
So, Ada, we had a question about we kind of designed these pages with the styles and CSS for OpenMR 2.0. So, what happens when you guys? What happens to these pages on mUzima 1.9 or 1.x?
What was the question, Shrita? For some reason, your mic is kind of like muffling.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
So, we kind of the pages have been designed with OpenMR 2.0, CSS and styles. So we were just wondering what happens to these pages on 1.9.
It's still working on I think it's still working on the 1.9. It's just that for OpenMRS, for the new version, they just start to include this. I think the reason we want to use the same style guide so that hey, later on if we migrate, if we upgrade it, we're already ready. We don't need to do all this work again.
Yeah, I think for now, if the style is not available on 1.9, I think we can include the we can copy the CSS a little bit from 2.0. Do you know how big it is, Srita or Vikas?
So actually what I have done is I have downloaded those two files they have given, index.css and some reference.css. So those CSS files we have to include. I don't know size wise how big it is. I'm not yet see it. Uh,
Yeah, I think if if they are not available on 1.9, I think we can include the CSS in the module. I think.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
actually today we try to integrate this new UI with 1.9,
Mm-hmm.
and what we have to do is I think we need to override some of the existing CSS in our module level because it's actually not applying correctly. So I'll quickly go to the OpenMRS, which where we try to. So as you can see, when at the very top, that header is not coming properly actually.
Uh,
So I think we need to override some of the existing CSS in our class.
mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
Is that
I don't
okay?
think it should be a major roadblock, right? It seems to be just a few missing CSS.
I I think so, but I have not done any investigation actually. So I will have a look on this one and I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Okay, you have any question?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So second is the similar for the form. It's almost same. We have the links for the form templates. At the right hand side, we have the upload button. It will open the page where the user can upload the new form. Then edit page. It's a bit different from mUzima Media actually. We don't have any save option because uh, here I cannot change the title or description or version. The only thing which we can change is marking form as retired. So current implementation is like when user click on this retired, immediately it will talk to the server and it will mark that form as retired. And for the tag also we have this icon tag text. So you click on this one below one text box will come for adding the tag for particular form. The last option which we have here is uploading the new form template for the existing form calculation. So it's similar to the Mozilla Media. It will pop up a box which allows user to select the form and validate it according to the type and click on upload. Then once a user will click on upload, it will get uploaded on a server and will be able to see the new HTML file on the site. So currently this HTML section is basically it's not editable. User can only see this HTML. They cannot change it actually. Any question? Adam,
Yeah. So question. So let's say that after you upload the file, from template, and then how do you exit out from this page?
okay. So here, once you will upload, it will directly update the server into the column.
Uh-huh.
And here we will refresh this particular page. And going back, either he needs to click on the home button
Oh,
or
okay, I see.
because at the top we have given the home. So when user clicks on a home, it will directly take it to this page.
I see. Thanks.
So Anna, do you want to add any more information or displaying in the first page? We are at the moment we are displaying name, version, description, and tag. So
I think it looks good to me for this one. I think those are sufficient information.
okay, Adam.
I think so. Looks really good.
I know. We really mean it because we never can come up like something looking good.
Yep. Agree with it there.
The chat is really awesome at UI and
I
CSS.
know. It's hard to find someone who's good at coding and also good at UI. It's very hard.
Yes. So if you guys are okay with the mocks that we've showed you, we've already started implementing some of it. So that's the next two tickets we're working on. Vikas is going to be working on the media part, and I'm going to be working on the form part. And I think after that, what? Suppose we finish before you're back. What is the next thing that you would be expecting us to pick up?
Yeah, I think would be I'm going to create tickets about to report to get to send us that trade when there's a crash or like encounter error, and also to use the guide documentation use a guide about how to capture the log file if you use physical device or things like that. I think those would be really useful. Once we have those information, I think it's for do more testing, and then we'll file more tickets. And then those would become like priority, especially next week. If we can capture, those that trace or error log for you guys, and we're likely to report even more tickets.
Right. Okay. So we continue to work on implementing this, and please do send us the next set of tickets, or because I know you're not going to be there, and I don't want to
Yeah.
be in a situation where we're not sure what we should.
Yeah, sure. I will send you another set of tickets.
Okay. And another thing that both Vikas and I strongly feel is we've done a bit of testing on our end because we've made quite a few major changes in the past couple of weeks. And so we were just wondering, like, there's a chance where someone, the functional testing part of it, it would be really good if someone goes to a quick run on that.
Yeah, I think the reason I stopped doing more testing because I feel like I cannot, like for example, after I report an error and then you guys cannot reproduce, it become kind of like difficult. And then when I go back to test further, and I still another same error, but then you guys still cannot reproduce. That's why I think by sending the stat trace to the server and the tickets and also like the user guide how to capture the log file and things like that, and then we can next week we can test it even more further and then give you guys more feedback. Does that make sense? So if we can have those two tickets kind of help for the user to report the error, I think that we can spend like 1 or 2 days intensively just to test the application and then to find more bug issues. So we will not be available for the next couple of days because our holidays, and then Monday I will still be on Scrum, but then traveling on Monday and Tuesday. But we will help to answer questions when I'm not available.
Turkey Day for you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good one.